Get ready to leave.
Right.
Wow, no,
So it could be shown.
so, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's good to see some of the challenges that we have as being very active participants in trying to change city government and then the lack of ability to get participation. So I don't see anything wrong with that. See what we go through every day.
And even with, a lot of other Zoom, like city council, there's other meetings that have been on Zoom, you know, before, right? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever personally been like, oh, there's only 3 people in the room and it's supposed to be 8. Like, me personally, when I've seen other meetings from the city, I've never cared about how many. Huh?
You never tallied and just was like.
So, I never tallied, I care what the people in the room were saying,
saying,
I
right, yeah.
never sat around and went to the bylaws of the. And then whichever city thing, I never went to the bylaws, like, wait, there's only 5 people there, there's supposed to be 15. I've never went back to any city meetings, whatever, to check.
There are people out
No,
there.
but here's what I'm saying, the people who are doing that are going to do that and pick apart no matter what we do. I just don't think we should.
Well, no, some of us just built that way. Like I'm built to identify it.
Okay.
I think
It doesn't matter.
I think the point,
We're not.
I think the point is that
We will broadcast that meeting.
we broadcast, and there, nothing is going to stop the work that we're doing. We will continue to do the work, quorum or no quorum. Everyone knows when the voting meetings are. We will reinforce the idea that those are going to be voting meetings. My expectation is not just participation in voting meetings. My expectation is participation in person at every meeting. It's part of the reason we only chose first and third. Remember, the first suggestion was every week people balked, every 2 weeks. So we're first and third. That's the commitment. And you know, that's what we'll do, but we will continue to work regardless of what happens.
May I make a suggestion, since we did just like go live, can we just recap a little bit of what, right? In this meeting, there was no transaction of business,
I was gonna do that.
Okay.
Before we go there, I have a question now, slightly off, but on these small print meetings, do we have to broadcast them live as well? Do they have to be open to public? or-
My understanding is
No.
no, that's just information gathered. Right.
Okay, so hello, everyone. You are currently watching the Charter Review Commission Board meeting. We are having an informal meeting because there's not a quorum here in-house. We just joined the line. The previous discussion was just some administrative work trying to get the board acclimated. So nothing that the public didn't hear, anything that the public didn't hear tonight. It was just administrative, trying to get the board organized.
And see what the influence.
Sure. Okay. And so I'll read the agenda. The agenda item number 1 was a walkthrough Teams page. So everyone know how to use the Teams page. Item number 2, walkthrough team assignments. Item number 3, walkthrough master calendar. Item number 4, update on community outreach efforts. Item number 5, update on advisory board invitations. Item number 6, update on charter revision presentation and professional assistance. And finally, item number 7, adopt code of conduct, which we didn't do because there is not a quorum on the property tonight. So it was just an informal conversation in regards to administrative matters. Okay, Chairwoman Board, Boyd, I'm sorry.
Just one quick add on the code of conduct. I found the original document and uploaded that, so it is there. For some reason, the one that moved in was blank. So it is there now for everyone to review. The comments are enabled on that and tracking changes. So you can make updates directly to it so that we have something to vote on next.
Yeah, when
So you didn't lose them.
when you update it, you don't hit save, you just get out of it, right?
It's shared, yes.
It's a
Right.
shared
I'm saying you
document,
just
so.
get out of it. You don't actually have to hit
Don't
save.
delete anything.
That's right. So what I did, I enabled track changes, so you'll see anything that anyone, like I made a couple quick updates to it regarding this discussion. So it shows up in red, so you see what's changed or people that had comments, so.
Right. Anything else?
It's a board like any other board, or more than 3 absences in a row.
So every board sets their own
I know.
bylaws. So if this board determines that after 3 absences, you're removed. And that's.
I mean, of course, the problem is then you have to replace the person, so.
What you could do is build in a exception process or review process for reinstatement if you really want to go that route, but be prepared that if the person who you might value the most or who has the biggest part of work, if they happen to be impacted by that, because life, that you will be subject to enforce that rule. So if we're gonna do that, we just also need to put in we just also need to put in some measures to like have a reconsideration of reinstatement based off of board approval.
I think the concern underlying all of this is that, and I think I heard maybe this is something that went on before, is that you have people who volunteer, make the commitment, and then almost never show up, never participate, and then voting comes around and they want to vote. I think that's the underlying concern here.
Hey, but I'll give a couple of concerns. There's a lot of more work that goes on than is gonna happen in this meeting room, right? I also want you to think of the most extreme situation that could make someone fall into that category. It just so happened the first meeting, my kid was sick and my husband's out of town, not me, the same. So I was out of town. I have a job that pays me and my mortgage, and the next meeting, it fell on a date that I had to travel for work. And then the next meeting was something else, not to say that, yes, we all have stuff, but I just want us to have that consideration.
I'm not talking about the 3 in a row, though. I'm thinking, and which is why I didn't sign on to the 3 in a row. I didn't include that in there because I understand how that can happen. I'm talking about consistently just not being involved, not doing the small group work, not being involved and showing up to vote. I think that's the concern and what I've heard went on in some of the other boards.
So, all things are possible in all organizations, so.
Okay, all right, and anything else? Move to adjourn?
Same.
Since it's unofficial.
But is it?
All right, the meeting is adjourned.
You can't.
Thanks all.